think it's a simple question. Was private equity the only means of financing Depot Square, or was there a public finance option?
The terms of the contract specify that the developer would come in to the board in the city with a financing, development, and leasing plan. The details of that I do not believe are specified in the PDA.
I think in section 4.03 of the PDA.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I would think that this would jump out at all you guys on the BDDC, being that it's either a mixture of private and public funding, strictly public, or strictly private.
Your question is rather general. You're saying for the development of Depot Square. The intent from the beginning has been that the development would take place using private developer dollars. But we've also recognized from the beginning that there might be some need for either local or state funding to provide things like infrastructure. And if money was available from the state to build a structured parking facility, that's something we would consider. But before we got into those specific individual pieces of the project, we needed to have an overall development plan, which has been submitted. But the construction of the components of Depot Square, I would say, were originally intended to be done with private dollars.
Okay, originally intended. But what does the contract actually say? I'm sure it doesn't say originally intended.
The contract simply says that a financing, leasing, and development plan will be presented by the developer, showing sources of funding sufficient to cover all applicable project costs for such portion of the project as the parties may agree to be developed in phases. That's what the contract says.
Okay, so there's no stipulation whether it be public,
no,
private, or hybrid?
Not in the PDA.
I mean, from the BDDC's point of view, was the essence of the agreement deemed to be private equity, private funding? I mean, did you guys get a sense of it? Those who remain on the BDDC, or are still here?
I just answered for me.
I think we always felt that it would be a potential for mixed financing, as Frank said. There's going to be some public development, there's going to be some private development.
Well,
and as you read the material that you were given tonight, this is a very difficult project. And when Renaissance took it on, they knew it was a difficult project. And they are in the process of trying to find financing as the basis that we can use to go ahead. And the proposals that they're looking at is for some private and some public. It's very difficult to get, if you read the report that you got tonight from Renaissance, you'll see what a difficult project this is, because of the area, because of the town, because of the demographics, and we have to deal with that as we develop and as they develop a financing plan.